Welcome to Sharps and Flats with Kingsley. We are on page 2, number 2, and in parentheses for most of you it says concert B flat major. We are on the concert B flat major scale, number 2. Let's jump right in. Play the first note for 10 seconds. Tap that foot on the floor and see if we end at the same time. 1, 2, ready? Whew. Now, I was showing you with my snaps, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Now let's do it again. Long tones are so good for endurance. 1, 2, 10 seconds. Whew. Okay, this is where we are headed today. We are going to play the scale and the arpeggio, and our goal is to be able to play it really fluidly and smoothly. Now, you've probably already done the fundamentals pack. If so, these things are going to make sense to you. If you haven't, go back and do that. We're going to do this scale. We're going to employ one note at a time, count the foods, say what you play, rhythm on one tone, and then finally as written. Now, this scale is probably a review for you. You've already done it in book 1, or, if you're in band, the concert B flat major scale is the most popular one. So let's jump right in. This might seem a little boring if you play the scale really well already. So if that's true, then I want you to really work on tapping your shoe and making your tone sound just like me. Not because I'm great, but because we want to sound like each other. If I was in your room, I would try to sound just like you. I'm not, so you sound like me. Here we go. Let's play the first 8 notes going up the scale, one note at a time. Okay, here we are, one note at a time. Ready. Okay, let's do that one more time. One note at a time, just getting each note really down. Fill the room up with air. Ready. Okay, now let's count the foods to those 8 notes. Count the food. Juice, pancake, 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 juice. Okay, now say what you would play. So instead of juice, pancake, ta, ta, ta. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Now play the rhythm on one tone. So every note is a concert B flat, the first note of the scale. Ready? Now play those first 8 notes as written. Ready? Let's do that again. Second time. As written. Ready? Okay, great. Now let's start on that note, the first note of the third measure, and play 8 notes, one note at a time. So we're coming down the scale, one note at a time. Ready? Okay, now coming down the scale, count the foods. 2, ready, go. Juice, pancake, 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 hot sauce. And there's a breath mark. So when we do this for real, you'll take a big sip there. Okay, now say what you play. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Great. Now play the rhythm on one tone, which means the first note of the third measure is the high note of the scale. So on that note, play the whole rhythm. Ready? Ready? Okay, now play it as written. Third, fourth, and fifth measure. Tapping that shoe. Ready? Second time, as written. Ready? Now we're going to play the first 4 measures all together as written. But remember, it is always okay to hit pause at any time and go work on something here or there. Okay? Now, before we play these first 4 measures, as written, let's do a couple breathing things. Everybody take 2 sips. Okay. Now take 2 sips and then blow on your hand. I call it blow pop. Ready? Whew. Let's do that again one more time before we play these 4 measures. And as you're blowing, blow pop on your hand, I want you to imagine and feel what your muscles are doing. How much pressure are you putting? Because I want you to use that much pressure when you play. Here we go. Double sip, blow pop. Here we go. First 4 measures as written. Ready? Woo! One more time. 1 and 2 and ready. Wow, you're doing great. You're really getting it. Now let's go to the arpeggio. Measures 5 and 6 and 7. I see there are 8 notes here as well. Okay? So to tackle these 8 notes, let's play one note at a time to start with. Here's measures 5, 6, and 7, one note at a time. By the way, just a reminder, one note at a time means every note becomes a juice, becomes a quarter note. Ready? Let's do that again. Ready? Great. Now let's count the foods. Ready? Count the foods. Pancake, 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 hot sauce. All right. Now say what you play. Ready? Go. Ta 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 ta. Okay, I'm taking a breath at that breath mark just for practice. Now play the rhythm on one tone. Whatever the first note of the 5th measure is, play the rhythm on that note. Ready? And there's the breath mark. Now play it as written. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready. Again, as written. Ready. Wow. Let's assume you're not able to play that arpeggio. So let's tackle it. Let's do fast pairs. So I see, really there's 9 notes. I think I said 8 notes earlier. But of the 9 notes, okay, play these 2 as a pair, those 2 as a pair, those 2, and then there'll be 1 left over. What I mean by that is, in the 5th measure, play the first 2 notes fast, like this. And then the next 2 notes fast. And then the next notes. Get it? So play all 9 notes fast pairs. If you don't get it the first time, you'll get it the second time. Here we go. First time. Fast pairs, go. Okay. Let's do that again. Fast pairs. Ready? Whew. Fast pairs is a way of tricking yourself into being able to play fast. Now, instead of starting, we had 9 notes. Instead of starting on the first note, start on the second note instead. So that now those 2 are a pair, those 2 are a pair, those 2, and those 2. Here we go, starting on the second note of measure 5, fast pairs. If you don't get it the first time, you'll get it the second. Ready? Go. Okay, let's do that again. Ready? Whew. Okay, if you want, hit pause and practice fast pairs on your own. Now, part of fast pairs is what I call pineapples. So let's turn these 9 notes into 3 pineapples. So instead of dot, 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 play dot, 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 dot. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. I'll demonstrate. Can you do it with me? Go for it. Try it. We'll do it 3 times with a break in between each time. Pineapple, pineapple, ready? Second time, ready? Third time, ready? Okay, now take 2 sips and blow it out and just relax. That gives you a chance just to relax for a second while I tell you, we're going to play the arpeggio as written. As you do it, you're very likely going to feel like, wow, this seems so easy. But my promise to you is if you were to do this video again tomorrow or do fast pairs again on your own, all of a sudden the arpeggio will sound and feel like so easy. Here we go. Here's the arpeggio, measures 5, 6, and 7 as written. 1 and 2 and ready. Second time. 1 and 2 and ready. You are doing great. You're getting it. You're tapping your foot. You are thinking about the notes. You're playing different strategies. Again, it's always okay to hit pause and go back and practice something on your own. If you isolate little chunks here or there, it's a way of tricking your brain into, putting them together into a full puzzle. Again, yeah, that's it. So here we go. Now we're going to play the whole scale and arpeggio, the first 7 measures in one long stretch. Here we go. Take a big breath right in the middle. We're going to do it twice. I'm sitting up straight. My feet are flat on the floor. My music stand is really high. There it is right there. You know, I have it down here to keep it out of the, out of the film shot, but I have it high enough so I can see it. Whenever I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. Here we go. First 7 measures. 1 and 2 and ready. Whoa, excuse me. Wow. Right before I started to play, I got something in my throat there. That was kind of funny. Okay, here we go. 7 measures. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Let's do that again. Can you play the whole first 4 measures in one breath? Go for it. 1, 2, ready. That was the scale and arpeggio. Now the next 3 measures are really, if you're playing in band, it's called chords, and a chord is made up of 2 or more notes, so we're not going to play those right now. That's more for if you're in a band that uses this book. But let's do something fun, or what I like to, how in the beginning today we did fun with 1? Something that I love to do is to take the notes that are written and change them. So just watch me for about 30 seconds. Look at what I do with this arpeggio just to have fun with it. And just kind of, make it emotional and fun. I'm just having fun with it. And I have to tell you, literally right now, I feel better inside. There are so many things that happen to you when you do something that's emotional. And you know what? What did you think about, or what was I thinking about as I was playing? I was thinking of a love song. I was picturing like a field of grass and wheat and maybe a couple brothers and sisters that's playing with a dog and something that's just beautiful. Yeah, I encourage you, have fun all the time, no matter what you do. It's always okay to pause this video, go back and redo it, or chunk it up yourself and have a lot of fun with just 2 notes. Maybe you change the rhythm, maybe you, do something else. And remember, you always want to have comfortable C's, okay? Okay, this has been great today. I assume this is kind of the beginning of Sharps and Flats for you. Maybe it is. And I want you to know, as we progress through the book and the videos in the coming weeks and months, they go much quicker, meaning I talk less, we play a lot more. But here in the beginning, I just kind of needed to make sure that we are doing breathing exercises, we're tapping our foot, we are doing isolating, we're doing things in chunks, okay? Whew. Today has been great. I encourage you, always have fun, practice smarter and not harder. And until I see you in the next video, stay sharp.
Thank you.